Welcome to Christian Statesman, Episode 1, Introduction to Christian Statesman. Well, we welcome you all to Christian Statesman. This channel has been created to allow the free flow of ideas surrounding current events as seen through the eyes of the discerning Christian, as well as from the perspective of the informed statesman. I'm your host, Zach Wagner, and will be the primary driver in this journey to a greater comprehension of current events and their place in world and spiritual history. We live in remarkable times. The world is changing around us. We submit that we may soon see the fulfillment of Revelation chapter 18. We also maintain that God is real. He lives and holds the fate of nations in his hand. A study of the Old Testament reveals a tension between secular and spiritual leadership among Old Testament peoples. When a people turns to God and keeps his laws encoded in their society, they tend to have peace and prosperity. When they turn away from godly worship and principles, trouble is never far behind. We can track the rise and fall of nations throughout history based on the concurrent moral rise and decline of that nation. Historians like to use Rome as a prime example, and indeed the parallels between ancient Rome and the United States are many. Where do you think we are today? If you listen to the deep, intellectual Old Testament analysis from individuals such as Jonathan Cahn or Avraham Gileadi, you will learn of the connections of ancient prophecy and modern times. The primary question before us may be, do we put our hope in God or in some other sort of deliverance? Can we trust our long-standing institutions, secular or religious? Are there movements in existence that go beyond just the surface appearances of established society with broader agendas in play? We maintain there are, and we will address those in times to come. In Revelations 18, verses 1 and 2, we read, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird." How do you think this applies to us today? Are you aware of the political, economic, and social changes that are weakening the strength of our country, seeking to drive us to a more secular form of existence? Do you understand that the further we remove God from our public discourse, the more likely the attempts at secularization will fail? Are you aware of the patterns surrounding the rise and fall of nations associated with these factors? We, the team behind Christian Statesman, bear witness that God does hold the nations in the palm of his hand. In this sense, whether Joe Biden or Donald Trump emerges triumphant in the 2020 election, it may not matter. What matters is what is in the hearts of the American people, and whether or not they will allow their leaders to lead them down a path away from Judeo-Christian ideals that founded this country. God's promises are eternal. They never waver. The political machinations of men are fallible. They change often. Where should our confidence be? Can you sense the changes around you? Are you willing to put your faith on the line to stand for correct principles in society and government? If so, enjoy the journey with us as we explore aspects of these happenings regularly. We hope to help you along on a journey to greater faith, greater discernment, and greater citizenship.